In the 1980s, a young American man did something almost unthinkable. He faked his own death. Not with an accident, not with a disappearance, with a real, official death certificate. And for a while, it actually worked. This is the true story of a man who tried to cash in on his own funeral. Meet our subject. For this story, let's call him Ronald, an ordinary young man living an ordinary life. Except for one very expensive problem. He was drowning in debt. By the early 1980s, Ronald owed money everywhere. Credit cards, loans, even a few angry relatives. Most people in his situation would declare bankruptcy. Ronald had a different idea, a much, much riskier one. He decided the easiest way out was to die. Not literally, of course, just on paper. If he was legally dead, his debts would disappear. And if he had a life insurance policy, his family could collect a payout. So Ronald built a plan. Step 1. Take out a large life insurance policy. Step 2. Fake a fatal accident. Step 3. Quietly reappear somewhere else under a new name. Step 4. Let a loved one collect the money. It sounds like a movie plot, but Ronald was dead serious. Pun very much intended. He staged a car accident along a remote stretch of highway. His car was found badly damaged near a river. No body was ever recovered. Investigators assumed he had been swept away by the current. A death certificate was issued shortly after. Just like that, Ronald was legally gone. No more debt collectors. No more angry phone calls. On paper, his entire financial life had vanished with him. So now you might be asking yourself, how does someone just disappear and start a brand new life? Let's find out how he actually pulled this off. Faking a death is surprisingly easy to start. Living with it long-term is the hard part. Ronald knew he needed a new identity fast. So he did what a lot of people did before the internet made everything searchable. He looked through old newspaper obituaries. He found the record of a child who had died young decades earlier. A child who, had he lived, would be roughly Ronald's age. Using that name and birth date, Ronald applied for a new birth certificate, then a new social security number, then a new driver's license. This method actually had a nickname among criminals. It was called ghosting. Borrowing the identity of someone who died young, someone with almost no paper trail. It sounds simple. And for a while, it was. With his brand new identity, Ronald moved to a different state. He got a modest job. He rented a small apartment. He kept his head down and avoided anything that might draw attention. For years, this actually worked. Meanwhile, back home, his life insurance policy paid out. A close family member filed the claim. The insurance company processed it. The money was paid. As far as everyone was concerned, the case was closed. Ronald had done it. He had escaped his debts, avoided his creditors, and technically committed serious fraud, and gotten away with it. For a while, it must have felt like the perfect crime. But here's the problem with building a new life on a fake identity. Real life has a habit of catching up with people. Slowly, quietly, in the most boring way possible. Years passed. Ronald settled into his new identity completely. New job, new friends, new routine. He probably thought the danger had passed for good. He was wrong. One afternoon, Ronald was pulled over for a minor traffic violation. Nothing dramatic, just a routine stop. The officer ran his license like normal. And that's when something strange came back. The birth date on his ID didn't quite match up with other records now being cross-checked digitally. As databases modernized through the 1990s, old inconsistencies that used to slip through didn't anymore. A simple traffic stop turned into a much bigger investigation. Eventually, investigators pulled the thread all the way back. The borrowed identity, the insurance claim, the staged accident years earlier. Ronald's carefully built new life started unraveling over an expired inspection sticker. But this raises another question. Why did a scheme this bold actually work for so long? Let's talk about the real reason. In the era before digital record keeping, verifying identity was incredibly difficult. Birth certificates, social security records, and death records were often stored separately. Paper files in different offices, in different states, rarely cross-checked. A determined person exploiting these gaps could genuinely slip through. Insurance companies also faced pressure to process claims quickly. Grieving families weren't usually treated as suspects. Demanding excessive proof during a supposed tragedy seemed cruel. Fraudsters like Ronald counted on that basic human decency. There's a deeper irony here, too. The very system built on trust and sympathy became the system that was exploited. Ronald didn't need advanced hacking skills or forged documents. He just needed patience and a gap in a slow-moving bureaucracy. And there's more to this story. Ronald wasn't the only person who tried this scheme during this era. Life insurance fraud through faked deaths became common enough that investigators gave it a name: pseudocide. The act of faking one's own death for personal gain. Some pseudocide cases were far more elaborate than Ronald's. Fake drowning accidents, fake plane crashes, even fake mountain climbing deaths. Most followed the same basic pattern. Vanish quietly. Let someone else collect the payout. Start over somewhere new. But almost all of them eventually got caught. Not through brilliant detective work, through small, mundane mistakes. A traffic stop, a tax form, a random background check for a new job. Ronald's case became a well-documented example in fraud investigation training. A reminder that even a nearly perfect plan eventually meets an imperfect, boring detail. The world doesn't need a dramatic downfall to catch a criminal. Sometimes all it takes is one bored police officer running a license plate. Ronald faced serious fraud charges once his scheme unraveled. His new identity, once carefully built over years, was gone in an instant. The very system he had outsmarted for so long finally caught up with him. Not through a dramatic confrontation, through paperwork. Today, pseudocide cases still happen occasionally, but modern digital record keeping has made this kind of long-term deception far harder to pull off. Databases are cross-checked instantly. Facial recognition and biometric data close the very gaps Ronald once exploited. Ronald's story remains a strange, almost comedic footnote in American fraud history. A man who tried to escape his debts by legally dying, only to be brought down years later by something as small as a broken taillight. If this story shocked you, imagine what other secrets are still hidden in history. Subscribe to Unearthing History so you never miss a story like this again. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button right now. It helps us keep uncovering the world's most unbelievable true stories. We'll see you in the next one.